Hey there, everybody. Today we are going to be working on multiplying decimals and whole numbers. Now, we have been practicing multiplying whole numbers and multiplying by place value decimals, but now we're going to put everything all together and we're going to multiply decimals and whole numbers. Okay, so let's work a problem. We want to say that we have 3 times 2100. So if we have 3 groups of, because remember a multiplication sign means groups of, so it might be easier for you to think of it as equal groups, which is what multiplication is, but since we're multiplying decimals and that is new, think of 3 groups of 2100. So we can draw that on a place value model. This again represents one whole that's been divided into 100 equal parts or hundredths. So we can just simply find 3 groups of 2100. So this would be 10, 21. So I could just outline that and say, all right, we've got 21 hundredths. And I could color that in. Here's one group of 21 hundredths. Okay, so let's double check. We have 21. We have 10, 20, 1. Okay, so 21 hundredths. Let me move that up just a little bit. Okay, we need 3 groups, so I only have 1, so I need another group of 21 hundredths. So let's go ahead and count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it's not going to be exact. It's going to be a little bit harder for us to count, but we can do it. Okay. So there's 2 groups. Let me get that out of the way for a minute. Try to color quickly. Okay, and we need one more group because we set our problem as 3 groups of 21 hundredths. 3 times 21 hundredths. So let's count forward. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. But you'll notice how I'm going from left to right, just like we see on our models. We don't want to scatter them around so that we can count them at the end very easily. So we want to make sure that everything is touching and everything is together. So let's double check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so if you haven't made the equal groups correctly, your answer is not going to be correct according to the model. So you need to make sure you double check before you color it in. So what we're doing is illustrating that our models can help us solve multiplication of decimals. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We say that this is 3 groups of 21. I think you'll agree. So let's see what we actually have that's totally shaded. Doesn't matter what color, what is shaded. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63. I'm saying that we have 63 hundredths shaded. Okay, we could use repeated addition to count this. We have 21 hundredths in this section. We have 21 hundredths in this section, and we have 21 hundredths in this section. So I could line them up and say, okay, 21 hundredths plus another 21 hundredths plus another 21 hundredths equals, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. Bring down your decimal, you'd have 63 hundredths like that, repeated addition. But we're going to show how to solve this problem using the standard algorithm. So I'm going to put 21 hundredths on top because it has more digits, not because its value is greater. It has more digits. So I'm going to put 3 on bottom. And here's the trick about multiplying using the standard algorithm. You just simply forget that the decimal is there at the first. Okay, don't worry about that decimal right now. You just multiply as usual. So 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And then all you have to do is count how many total decimal place values you have in both factors combined, which is 2 here. We have 2 place values that are decimal place values. This is a whole number. We have 2 place values. So we start here and go back. We make sure that we have 2 decimal place values. Did we still get 63 hundredths? Yes. All right, let's work another one. Okay, I'm going to erase my original problem. And let's see, which problem are we going to work now? Let's do 2 groups of 38 hundredths. Okay, 2 groups of 38 hundredths. Are you ready? I think you can do this. Okay, so again, we are using a flat. This is 100 little hundredths to equal 1 whole. So we need 2 groups of 38 hundredths. Okay, so we can say 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. You have to make sure you count very, very carefully when you're drawing your models, or else this whole process does not make any sense. Okay, so I think this is 1 group of 38 hundredths, which I can color in. And voila, it's colored. Okay, this is 1 group of 38 hundredths. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so double checking. 38 hundredths. Now I need 2 groups. I need 1 more group of 38 hundredths. Okay, so I could do this. I could say, okay, 10, 20, 30, and then go back and say 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I could do it that way. Or you could just count straight forward and start counting to 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just keep on going. You can do that as long as you make sure that you have 38 squares together. Okay, so let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay, so I believe we have 38, 2 groups of 38 hundredths, and like magic, I'll come back and it will be colored. Okay, poof, it's colored. Okay, so we have double checked that this has 38 hundredths, and we have 2 groups of 38 hundredths, just like we planned. All right, so again, we could go ahead and add these 2 areas together, and we could say 38 hundredths plus 38 hundredths. Repeated addition is what multiplication is. All right, so 8 plus 8 is 16. That's 3 plus 3, which is 6, plus 1 is 7. I think that there's 76 hundredths shaded on this model. Well, let's just count. Since we colored and we made sure to group all of the sections together, we can just count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. So our model also shows us that we have 76 hundredths. But now we're going to look at the standard algorithm. So that's just the regular old traditional way to multiply. So we'll put 38 on top, 38 hundredths on top, times 2, because 38 hundredths has more digits. It's easier to multiply, and we'll talk a lot about that in class. But you put this on top. Okay, so let's just start as normal. You just forget your decimal is there. Just pretend like it's a regular old problem. 8 times 2 is 16. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Did we get that 76? Yes. But why are we putting our decimal before the hundredths, before the 7? Because we have 2 decimal place values in our factors combined. This is a whole number. 2 is a whole number. 38 hundredths is a decimal number, and there are 2 decimal place values, so we have to have 2 decimal place values in our product. That's why we leave it like that, 76 hundredths. Okay, we're going to try some in class. I hope you've had fun watching this video, and come back to this video for extra help if you need it. Bye.